Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yeah, okay. So the Nifty analysis what went today, and there are some lines, right? There are some markings, whatever I've drawn, right? And I mentioned that it will be moving up in my Twitter also. Wait, let me see. So Nifty ending diagonal is what I see, 33333 structure. I expect upside move shared for educational purpose. So anyone has any idea about what is this?
Triangle pattern.
Yeah, it is a triangle pattern, and the ending diagonal, whatever I have drawn, it is related to Elliott wave. Okay, so in Elliott wave, there are certain types of waves, motive waves, impulse waves, corrective wave, and all those things are there. In that, one particular wave is called as the ending diagonal wave. This actually occurs when there is a downtrend. So this we are checking in a 5-minute time frame. So we cannot expect a downtrend for a longer time. We can expect some sort of fall, and that is what I have seen here. And then this, sorry for advertisements. And then this pattern has occurred, and that is how I drawn this pattern, and I was expecting upside move. It was not based on any. Aviteja, you mentioned no for. Guys, try to unmute and talk. Not an issue. If I feel a lot of noises is there, I'll try to mute yourself. Mute it from my end. So this was not predicted based on price action, or this was not predicted based on CPR. It is about Elliott wave structure. So as I know some basics of Elliott wave, so with the help of that, I was able to draw this pattern, and that is how I said up move was highly possible. So now let me remove all these things. Fine. So let's go with camera law for now. So this is the camera law equation. Sorry, camera law pivots. So what has happened in 15-minute time frame is like we always expect a proper rejection from the candle, and then we need a follow-up candle to occur and do. But entire day it was staying in a complete range bound and stuck in a very good zone. It was roaming around completely around the H3 itself. And once after it started its move, it went and touched H4. And with respect to camera law, you will not be able to trade at all today. But there is one person whose name is Riaz. He has traded with the help of camera law. He has taken 5 trades based on camera law, and he has booked 4 trades in profit and 1 trade in loss. So even he has done that also. So if you guys are expert or practicing more on camera law, you guys also will be able to make such type of trades. So try to concentrate camera law much, so it will give some decent amount of trades. But you need to mind it. You have to trade like him. Trade like him in the sense he has done scalping. I feel because he has done the trade in 5 minutes. So in the case of 5 minutes, you need to take some 20-30 points, and then you need to exit the trade. And it is not. I would not suggest everyone to hold the trade for a longer time. So with respect to CPR. So with respect to CPR, what has happened is like the candles initially started between CPR as well as S1, but there was huge resistance, huge support between that. Previous day low and previous month high was there. If in case previous day low is getting broken, then what I would say is like there can be a good fall can happen, but it has taken support exactly at the same place and started moving towards CPR. And entire day as it was an expiry day, do mention that or do notice that also. During expiry day, big players will not allow you to gain handsome gains. So always they will try to make you guys stuck in a range bound, or what they will do is like they will tell you, like they will show the chart like it is going to blast up or blast down, but suddenly they might give a reversal and then form a range bound area also. So during an expiry, what basically happens is like either the entire day will remain in range bound, or the start of the day will be in range bound and the second half of the day will be in a good movement, or ulta. First half will be of good movement and the second half complete range bound. To say we will not be able to predict whether it is going towards S1 or R1. To be very honest, with the help of CPR, I some whatever notes I have, and based on the notes, I saw that this was forming an ending diagonal, and that is how I showed you guys that ending diagonal has formed, and you can go for, and the upside movement is highly possible. So this is what the Nifty analysis for today. Nifty was completely in a range bound. It was very tough. If suppose any so over here, this zone and zone, they would have got some good profit. It is very slow. Sorry. So this is the CPR for tomorrow. So tomorrow's CPR is looking like bit narrow, not very much narrow. Comparing to the size of the today's CPR, the tomorrow's CPR is looking bit narrow. And what I could see is like it is having a bullish for now, and we need to wait and watch how the candles are going to print. And if the candles are printing of previous weekend, it's like suppose it is going to break 10,720 zone. I was expecting a good move on the upside, at least till 10,770. But as the day was also about to end, and also it was an expiry day, it did not happen. So this is all about the Nifty analysis, how I analyzed the trade for today, and how I shared the analysis in Twitter. So if you guys have any questions, you can unmute slowly and you can ask, or you can raise your hand so that I will unmute and you guys can ask. So anything from anyone? No? Yes? Yeah, Akshay.
Hi, Saul. So my question is for yesterday's trade, so which was for Concor, Container Corporation.
Okay.
Okay, so if you just for yesterday.
So making a So this is the Concur chart, and you were asking for yesterday, right? And this is 15th of July. Yeah, please.
So I entered at 426.
Okay.
And exited at 431, around 431.
Okay.
So it was 1% profit trade, but then later it moved to almost 3% or 4%. So in that case, how can I predict this kind of move?
Okay.
So I have information about that, but I was not, that sure.
So basically, wait, let me tell you something. One second. So 15th of July, Concur trade was a narrow CPR. Clear? It was a narrow CPR. So you can expect a good move on the up. You can expect a good trending day. First of all, basically have that in mind. So the second, what I could tell you is, if any trade can be of, can move very good. Some trades will not move any very good. So how we cannot predict that beforehand? To predict that beforehand, we have to do a lot of analysis on money zone, market profile, OI, and everything is there. But let's keep that apart. So if you are ready to hold a trade for a longer time, okay. So what has happened is like you have entered over here. 426, and your SL would be over the below of the candle or 1%, say 422.
Yes.
So what you would have done is like you should have trailed your profit.
Okay.
So once after getting a close candle above this, so your SL at the point of here, or you can keep the SL same SL at the downside. Wait till this high is getting broken and closed, and after that you can
Okay.
shift. You can shift your candle. Sorry, you can shift your trailing stop loss slowly. Okay, but predicting it beforehand, it is somewhat not possible, bro. Even if the results are very good, if you see Nifty trade, it was not a very good up movement day. And even if you see Conquer also, after reaching certain point, it started reversing down.
Right.
So what I would tell you is like trail as much as possible. Some people feel like 1%, I'm happy, I'll book it, I'll close the trade, I'll not watch the stock anymore. Some people wants to trail it, and you can trail it. But what is the case is like, assume the target, assume the stock has gone to 447. No, the stock has gone to 447. You would have kept your trail SL at this point at 438. Okay,
Yes.
only if the candle is closing above 448, you will be able to trail your SL. Otherwise, your trail SL will get hit. That means, again, some 10 points you are going to miss.
Right.
Okay, so there are positive as well as negative. I would tell how much ever you are in profit zone, try to get it. But ensure that you are maintaining a good risk and reward ratio. That is what I would say. Having a profit of 1%, and then if you are going to take a stop loss for 2% or hold till it recovers, it is not going to work. Suppose the stock is coming to a SL, book it and then exit the trade. Even if it is going, even after you are exiting the trade, if it is reversing and going up also, not an issue. The next day is there, next trade is there, next stock is there.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Fine. Yeah, Tirumala, yeah, you can ask.
Hi, this is not related to current thing. Only one common question I wanted to ask about the CPR. Can we have, by seeing a CPR, we can know today is a range bound. What is the criteria? We can see that today the stock is in range bound.
So the first criteria is like, guys, my voice is proper or not?
Yeah, your voice is clear. I think from someone the disturbance was coming. Yeah, now it is not there. You can go ahead.
Okay. So what would I say is like, if suppose you are by seeing a CPR, okay, for example, if you are going to this is what the CPR you are going to see. Let me remove all the things and let me go to Nifty itself. Okay, let me have only CPR. So this is what the CPR. Okay, so this is how the CPR actually looks. So if you guys want to know whether that will be a range bound day or a trending day, how to know with respect to CPR is like, one thing is like, if the CPR is very, very wide like this or unusually wide, it will be very, very bigger. In that case, you can expect that the day will be of range bound day, one case. But not always all the wide CPRs will have a range bound day. Okay. The second thing is like, if suppose the CPR is of like opposite to this is an inside value CPR. If you are able to find an outside value CPR, then that day also can remain as a range bound day. Here, and one more hint, what I would say is like, if suppose any previous day high or the previous day low is not going to get broken, then that day will also remain as range bound day. This is not with respect to CPR, but I'm saying if suppose any day wherein the previous day high and previous day low is not going to get broken, then that day will also remain as a range bound day. So these types of CPR where the CPR is unusually very wide, so in that case, that day will remain as a range bound day. So this is what we can see, and that is what I also have seen in my experience. And there is one more thing which is called as pivot with pivot width, you can apply that also. Let me check for that. CPR width. Yeah. So CPR width is over here. So what is said in CPR width is like, if suppose the CPR width is above 0.50, it is usually a range bound day. If suppose the CPR width is below 0.50, then it is a trending day. This is what is also told in Secret of Pivot Boss book. But again, he has also mentioned in the book stating like, it or not all indicators are going to give you accurate 100% results. At the same time, I have also back tested the CPR width, and sometimes even the value is 0.65. It was a trending day only. So what I would say is like, if the CPR is going to be very wide, unusually wide, or it is going to be having a outside value CPR, or if the previous day high and the previous day low is not going to get broken, then it will remain as a range bound. And one more thing is like, if suppose today is a very, very trending day, and don't expect same thing will happen tomorrow. Tomorrow it will act as a range bound day. So this is a basic understanding of market. Because today it was a very, very range bound day. Tomorrow it can trend. It can trend because the high and low is of the today's is very, very less. So it can trend tomorrow. So this also can be said. So is that fine, Tirumala? Or was I able to answer something?
Yeah, very much. But what about the day starting with the central pivot, or something that also we can consider as a range bound?
If suppose the 15 minutes candles is going to close at the central pivot exactly at the CPR, the day will be a sort of range bound day only, and you need to wait for any of the supports or S1 and previous day low, or previous day high and S2 to be broken. Only if both are broken, then you can expect a trending day. Otherwise, it will remain as a range bound. Whenever the candles are going to open at CPR, two possibilities: the entire day will remain as range bound only, or if it is going to break R1 and previous day high, then it can trend up, or it should break S1 and previous day low to trend down. Otherwise, it will remain as a range bound day.
Based on that, whether any stock is opening at CPR central pivot range, we can screen that.
You can screen that. What you need to write is like, you need to write the latest close is between the TC and BC, or like that you can write it, so that you can get a lot of stocks.
Yeah, thanks.
I will also try to write it, but what is the use of that? May I know that? Because if you come to know that if suppose any stock is going to be a range bound day, then there is not much use in that, right?
Yeah, we can go with a strangle for that day, shorting a strangle. That will help us.
Yeah, that will. Okay, fine. So I'll just check for a screener on that, and I'll just share it for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
That makes sense, no? When we are going
true. See, that's what I thought. Many people are here doesn't do option selling, because as we have a small group and we don't discuss more on option selling, I thought, but I was actually surprised to see you selling options, because I thought basically my thing is like this, as the group is very, very small, I did not expect some advanced players over here to have you here. Actually, I am very happy to have you over here.
I do agree, but as of you guys are telling, no, we don't. My objective is to get a 1% revenue on my income, whatever I am putting on my ROI. That is what I am seeing. For that, I thought it is more suitable as shorting a strangle on that day.
Okay, great. See, to be very honest, option selling will be very good. Even I am also in a future way, I'm thinking of option selling only. So I will just tell you, I'll just share the screeners and all those things, and I'll just have a word with you.
Thank you.
Okay. So Jitu, yes. So Tirumala, I have cleared some at least, right?
You cleared more. I'm also looking for reading the Vachava book, but I see your YouTube videos are more explanatory than reading a book, so that I am going one by one. So I have not reached to that level where I asked you a question.
Okay,
I am in the first lessons only.
Okay, great. Just go through the book, and so that you will have many surprises in it.
Sure, Shah. Thank you.
Yeah, Jitu, sorry man. You can ask. Jitu? So, Jitu, you're online. I tried to unmute you, but it is not happening. Okay, so there was a question how we will trade if we see a hammer candle. So when what I would ask you is like it is based on where it is forming. If suppose a hammer candle is forming at a resistance or support, it depends on that. I've also made a video on hammer candle. You can watch that, and still if you are not able to get a clarity, you can message me. I'll try to explain you over there. Hi, sorry, my mic is not working. I think there is a screener by Cages for tomorrow WCPR. You can search in chatting. What is WCPR? Weekly CPR? Veera Raj, could you please say white CPR? Okay, let me think. Let me check it out. Okay, let me check it out. Tirmala and Siva. Okay, let me check it out. So Ranji, yeah, you can. Hello. Guys, Kaushub, at least you can unmute and talk.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, Ranji. Kaushub, one second. Yeah, Ranji, you can at least, yeah, continue.
Ranjit. Okay, sir, I want to know that today in Infosys share. Hello, sir.
Okay.
Today Infosys share after. Hello, is it audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Proceed ahead.
Okay, today Infosys share after 10:25 a.m. there is a reversal in 5-minute chart. So it is because of a spinning top candlestick. So please check that, sir.
See, basically, I don't prefer what is that called 5 minutes or something. So, but to be very honest, it has already broken a circuit and it has already moved well. So we guys, there will be some guys who can book their profits. So someone who is holding from 700 levels after seeing a circuit break, they will obviously book that levels. And if you want to predict the thing like where to see the reversal and all those things, yes, this spinning stop is an reversal zone. You could have shorted over here, or you can go to any other higher time frames to see any other point. Even in 10 minutes also it is showing a spinning top reversal, and 15 minutes you can see a bearish harami forming, and this is also signal that it is having a bearish reversal over there. So you can go ahead and you can short over there if you find something, but you have to define your risk. You need to keep your SL over here. Ensure that you are going to exit only on close basis, and then you can go for the trade.
Okay, sir. Which time frame is better for intraday? 5 minutes or 15 minutes, sir?
Based on the risk you are going to hold, bro. If suppose you want to do for a scalping trade, then what I would say is like go for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute also is fine. If you are going to hold a trade for some 1%, I would request people to go for 10 minutes and 15 minutes. It is actually based on how you are going to hold a trade for how much time.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, Kaushik,
Just want to ask a view on a BBTC stock. Is it a real a breakout or reversal?
Yeah, Faiz, can I come back to you after Kaushik because he has raised his hand before that.
Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, Kaushik, you can ask.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to share my experience, and one question is there also. Actually, before applying 30-minute breakout strategy, I was working only with the specific stocks.
Okay.
So in that case, I always used to see the Nifty chart, and whenever I am going with the 30-minute breakout strategy. That time, in case for that today is I am using 30-minute breakout strategy, and Nifty was very much narrow. making narrow range, moving in narrow range.
Okay.
But whenever I got a 30-minute breakout in like CPR TechM and M&M Finance, more than 5 to 10 stocks. Whenever I got 30-minute breakout, that time these stocks moved very well.
Okay.
So my question is that, sir, whenever we got a 30-minute breakout, that time after getting the 30-minute breakout, how much we have to give importance to the Nifty movement? Because before I was applying 30-minute breakout strategy, I was used to see the Nifty movement. After that, I took my decision to get into that stock like Bajaj Finance or Maruti or HDFC like that. So my question is that, sir, how much importance we have to give to Nifty movement?
So what I would say is like, see, the Nifty 50 is of 50 stocks, and it has some heavy components like Reliance, HDFC Bank, TCS, etc. So these stocks like Techcom or Cipla will not have much importance with Nifty. Only thing is like it can move on its own, but if it is getting support from Nifty, it can blast. At the same time, if it is moving up, and if suppose Nifty is reversing down in a bad manner, then it can also reverse. It can also Nifty can pull it down. Only thing is like Cipla kind of stocks or Techcom kind of stocks will not drive Nifty. Nifty will be driven by the stocks like Reliance. So if you see Reliance, let me show you. See Reliance, what has happened today?
Yes.
No movement at all. No movement at all. So you suppose you want to take a trade in Reliance, then you have to watch Nifty for sure. You need not worry about other stocks because other stocks will not move as for Nifty. So Nifty will be only based on Reliance, HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank only alone can drag Bank Nifty very much down. And even today, Nifty showed some up movement. Reliance did not show any up movement because of Bank Nifty only. Bank Nifty was good, driving good. So all time we cannot depend on what is that called Nifty, because you can see Nifty would have performed well, but the top gainers will be of 20 and the top losers will be of 30, and the top 20 will be of mainly higher people like Reliance and HDFC, TCS like that. So we cannot all the time we cannot depend on Nifty. That is what I can say.
Okay, sir. Right.
So there were some chats. Can you explain about premium decay? Can you explain how to use advanced decline ratio to predict the further stock movements possible in stock? Very honestly, Siva, I am not sure of what is advanced decline ratio. Could you please explain that so that let me Google it or let me learn about it and share here? And can you explain about premium decay? Premium decay is nothing but I'll give a very simple example. Assume you are having an ice cream and you are holding it in your hand and you have not touched it or tasted it for 1 hour time. What it will be done to it? It will get melted. So the same time, if suppose your stock is being at the same place, what it will happen is like the other options, whatever higher options or lower options, whatever it may be, if the stock is staying at the same place, the options will start to decay. When the options is getting when the options are getting decayed, the price is getting decayed. That is called as premium decay. That is what the example I can tell you. So Jitu, you can unmute yourself. Yeah, hi.
Yeah. So regarding the like you today Infosys, so there's a huge gap up, right? After the results are announced. So can we consider any entry, or can we see in future that this gap will be get filled, or is going to be high on coming days?
To be very honest, it will get filled. I'm not sure of when. Very honestly, it will get filled. Because as far as I check the history of the charts of any stock or any time frame, what I could see is like the gaps are getting filled. So that is why I feel like any stock will have a gap filling to happen. So Infi as well as Wipro, which had a huge gap, it will just start to fill. Even Reliance also, I'm expecting 1700 levels because I see a gap. Out of all the technicals or anything, I see a gap, and that is why I say I can be wrong also. But as far as I checked, gap has not been filled. Even if you guys can just back test it for some days, see whether any gap is not filled for more than years, and then tell me so that I can at least get deviated from this topic. But as far as I have learned, I have experienced, gaps are meant to be filled.
And also another question on the same thing, that on the first in the initial time, the Infosys got stuck on the upper circuit on the first and the then this. So can we consider the if there's a chance we can take an entry where the upper circuit rate, and the next 15 minutes can we take an entry on that
So I
stock?
say if suppose and what to say, if suppose anything called as a circuit is hit. So once a circuit is hit, assume this high is 914. Once a circuit is hit, for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, the circuit will take time to break. At that time,
Right.
you will not be able to place any orders. I have tried in Zerodha as well as in Upstocks. Whenever I place an order, whenever the stock is in circuit limit, it has always rejected me. So you will not be able to place any order for that. So that case, why to risk unnecessarily? And one more thing is like some stocks, after giving a circuit, it will open gap up. So even though it showed as the low as 914, it would not have opened at that place. It would have opened a gap up, and you will not be able to catch it also. And many times it can reverse. See, after going 914, it went to 915, and within minutes it would have returned back. So I would prefer not to risk with this, because see, in 1 minute candle itself, see, just I went to 1 minute candle, it opened and it went till 955 and it reversed. We will not be able to exit the trade on time also. So better to avoid gap up stocks, or sorry, circuit break stock. If you're holding it from down, then well and good, you are going to enjoy the profit. If you want to enter after the circuit is broken, I would say better avoid.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for this.
Yeah, Ismail, please, you can unmute.
Yeah, hi, bro. My question is again on candlesticks. So, my doubt is like, I saw your message in the group that even if the breakout happens in Reliance, you will avoid that. Is it because of the first candle?
There are certain criteria which I'll be noticing, bro. Just watch the previous day how bad it has fallen. Okay, so it has already fallen bad. If suppose it is going to fall again, the first initial some 30 minutes or 1 hour itself, it would have broken the previous day low. Okay, and no, I never feel a good stock will move like this. Okay, I never seen a good stock has fallen badly from down and it will move like this. So I will not. So that is also not possible in this case. So, and the first candle itself signaled me that this candle, which had no body and only wick, showed that high and low also will not get broken. So that gave me the confidence that even though if it is going to break, I will not take a trade. That is why I said that no other reasons, bro. This very simple logic. It has fallen very good. If it is going to give a breakdown at the downside in the 30 minutes to 1 hour itself, it should have given. When it is not going to give, that means it is going to remain as a sideways throughout the day. And that is why I did not. I said I will not be trading on it. Upside breakout, if it is given, I will not trade, bro. For sure, if it is given an upside breakout, I would not have traded.
Okay, so I just want you to compare the charts of Godrej Properties and Indigo. Okay. So the both those stock first 10-minute candles were like the candles were really weak. Okay. But it moved really well afterwards. So at what condition we can ignore the weakness of the first candle? Like if we get a good breakout, or if the next two candles after the first candle is strong, or on what condition we can ignore the weakness of the first candle?
Yeah, bro. I said no, bro. In Reliance itself, if suppose the first candle to be ignored, it should have given a break above the first candle in the first 30 minutes or 1 hour itself. If you see Indigo, if you see Godrej Properties, the first candle was weak. I accept. I have also seen that. But see how the candle started moving after that. Leave about Indigo. Let's go to Godrej, because Indigo I already gave the call. So see about in Godrej. After the first candle, the other candle started moving in one direction. That gives the signal that this stock can be traded. But in the case of Reliance, half of the day it was completely in a range mode within the first candles high and low. I'm very sure that it will not going to break at all. So if you have a first candle like this, and if suppose the next candles are going to give a good breakout, then you can go for it.
Okay, but the Godrej Properties has fallen really bad yesterday. So the high and low is not broken still, I think.
Yeah. High is broken. Okay, fine. Okay, yeah, tell me.
Yeah. Even at that point also we can go for an entry, right?
Yeah, you can go for an entry, bro. What I will do is like, guys, the meeting is going to end now. I will just join with the same link, or I will just copy paste the link again. Try to join again, and I'll clear your doubt, as well as Mithun has raised his hand. I'll clear his doubt also. So, guys, do not feel. I'm apologies for the inconvenience. Try to join as soon as possible once I'm ending this meeting. Sorry, Bashar, try to join after this.
Okay.